Leadership. To some, it's a quality only for a small percentage, like federal government or city council. And to others, it's only me. I am in control, but no one else. The pendulum swings its alternating view, depending on the individual deciphering it. Leadership and its responsibilities, at one time or another with its controversial subtext, has the potential to leave us all wondering, who is a leader? Kauzis and Posner, the authors of Everyday Leader, Extraordinary Leadership, try to clean up the mess by tidying the confusion. The authors point to the fact that we are all leaders, whether we like it or not. Not left for a select few, each of us has been given a personal platform of discipleship and the ability to be looked at as an example. Yes, we see the presidents, the CEOs, tenured professors, and medical doctors who lead with the science. Yet leadership does not end there. We also have families, the mothers and fathers of this world, instilling character and integrity within the next generation so we can all have a remnant of good left in the world. On page 162, the authors write, quote, "Chances are you haven't previously heard of any of the people mentioned in this book. They are not public figures or famous megastars. They are people who could live next door to you, work in the next cubicle over, or be on that next Zoom call. In short, they are people just like you," unquote. As I stated within my recent scholarly paper, it takes only a 5-second Google search to find over 840 million takes on leadership. Each TED Talk, YouTube video, and research paper holds its own weight of opinion, and most likely its own truths as well. However, Kauzis and Posner break down leadership for us as 6 easy-to-remember nuggets to take with us through life and enrich our lives. First, we need to remember leadership as a relationship and not a position. As an example, I'm going to tell you a quick personal history lesson. In recent years, I found myself as a sponsor of a thriving public speaking gilding community, complete with curriculum to teach, young people to mentor, and competitions to prepare for. It is daunting for adults to speak publicly without wanting to melt into the floor, let alone around 30 youth from the ages of 8 to 18. There is much for them to learn. It didn't take long for any of us adults to realize that without friendship with these teenagers, they would not put their best foot forward. Why should they? As adults, we needed to model the way. This is the second step in the everyday leader model as I read it. It was necessary to stand in front of our community and give my own public example of what to do and what not to do. I needed to make them laugh, hear them out, and inspire them with stories of where I have gone wrong, laugh about my own failures, and inspire in them a desire to emulate where I have been. This is the third step. Inspire a shared vision. It doesn't matter what age any of us are, we love to be inspired and to inspire others ourselves. Within our global public speaking community, each young person needed to be mentored by an adult and to take someone younger into their circle to continue the same mentorship, although limited by age, and pass it forward. This immersion allows the circle of discipleship, as well as the importance of it, to remain first and foremost in everyone's minds, and it enabled each one of them into a leadership role as well. We needed to challenge them, as Kauzis and Posner have written. In this particular example, we needed to give them some feedback on how their speeches could be better written, to pay attention to their audiences, or allow for better body language. As adults, we enabled them to write their own original pieces and compete at tournament twice a year for the capability to be the most creative or the most articulate. I needed to be able to cheer them on, not just criticize what could be better. That took learning how to encourage their hearts, and as Kauzis and Posner cheer me on, I understand now how knowing a person hits differently than just teaching someone something and expecting perfect performance. In true Kauzis and Posner form, I'd like to recognize contributions. First, the authors for instilling truths that we can take with us for a lifetime. my professor, Dr. Stuart Matfield, for his time and discipleship within this Capstone course. And last but certainly not least, our Heavenly Father, for the abilities to continue learning and meeting goals that He has put in our hearts. We celebrate your values, Lord, and your victories. Help us never to forget them. In conclusion, leadership matters greatly. As we celebrate and value other people, the capability that other people must have to view themselves as able to do the same increases. Leadership is emulated, passed on from one to another, and if done well, another generation will succeed in character, integrity, purpose, and strength in whatever platform God has allowed in their lives to fulfill His purposes.